Hello everyone, I am Lisbeth and this is how-to pipes, I guess. For for going forward. Basically I'm going to explain more or less how I understand pipes work. If you have any questions, let me know and I might do a follow-up. Otherwise, if you have any other questions about how certain mechanics works, let me know and I'll do my best. But today we're going to look at pipes and their mechanics. Now keep in mind, this applies for liquid and gas pipes back here. These gas pipes. The only difference between them really is that when liquid pumps work, they pump a full entire package, whereas gas pumps will only pump half. This also, I believe, more or less works out for conveyor rails, but we're not going to talk about them right now because they're a little tiny bit different, I believe. Alright, so let's start off here. I have set up an obstacle course of pipes here, and well, let's just have a look at them. And I've disconnected it all from each other so that we can sort of understand how liquid bridges work. So, first off, if we connect this to power, and I have a medley of liquids here so that we can see how they interact and how all this sort of stuff goes. So we'll pop over to the plumbing overlay and we're going to let this start. So it's going to start pumping. Oh, it does only pump half bits? That's full bits. Okay, so it'll always try and go for the liquid bridge here. Now, let's come back out here. The pump at the moment is only pumping crude oil, polluted water, and salt water. That is because these liquid pumps, and let's just grab one and put it here, they will make a, sorry, they pump from a plus shape pattern starting from that tile. So they will only pump from these 4 tiles here. There is a mod that I used to have, I'll have to find it, that would give you the overlays of what tiles and a thing acted upon. Similar to how if we grab a auto sweeper, we can see its area of effect like that. And same thing for lamps with their light, although we'd have to, well, we can't see it now because it's got no power, but if we happened to provide it with power, yeah, there is a mod that permanently gives us this. See here under the light tab. But alas, I do not have it, unfortunately. So, as you can see, the water has gone for where there is an output, and we'll see in a second how that works out exactly. But this is going to circulate until it fills up. It cannot go anywhere now. Along that same vein, it will not go backwards towards this unless, and we're going to destroy all of these, it will only go backwards if it's at the end of a pipe and can back itself up to a bridge. So that's a good way to, you know, move liquids around if you need to. And then similar, in the same vein, we can force it to go back up to here. So if you have liquid in pipes and you don't want to use the utility, you know, this snippy tool that I use, that is one way to do it. However, it will not go through a T-intersection. But if I give it a clear path forward, it will keep going. Make sense? Beautiful. Thank you. Alright, now, if we then give it a, we can get rid of these, a way forward, it will then split off because it can see, along these pipes, it can see there's one liquid bridge here and a second one here. It will split 50-50. Same thing goes if I go up like this and destroy that one and put another bridge there, and we're actually going to clean these pipes out so that there's space, it will split one of 3 ways. So that's going to go left, up. Yeah, it's a bit funny. One moment. How do I force it to... like this? And we're going to clear these pipes out. Like this. Here we go. So now it's going to go one of 3 ways because it has 3 it can see. Yeah? Hopefully that makes sense. Alright, let's let this fill up. And it's full. Alright. Now what I'm going to do, same thing, sorry, let's have a look how it acts now. So I've given it 2 loops here to access. It can go through the liquid bridge this way, or it can come here through a pipe which does not have a liquid bridge. It will not go into the empty pipes. It 100% needs an outlet for it to take liquids, right? So same thing if we go this way. Let's connect that one there, that one to there, and then this one to here. And then I'm actually going to snip this end here for a second, because we want to see what happens. So now it's going to keep going. It sent one up there, and it will not continue going on this way, because it cannot see this pipe, because it's not sure which way to go. Although, if I snip that, now it'll keep going. Because it can see both of these ends from that pipe, it doesn't understand which way to go. So, with that now, if I connect an output pipe here to a loop that has its own thing, and we're going to speed it up so we can go a little bit faster. Alright. This should keep cycling. Yes. Like that. So same thing as I have over here, actually, for conveyor rails. Let's have a quick look at that. You can see I have an input here, and we're coming around to here. Now, what this can be used for, actually, which is what I've got it set up for here, I wanted to create a machine here that would cool stuff down. So this is like an ice box. So things would go in this end, travel all the way around, and keep traveling until they were below a certain temperature. Hence why I've got the thermosensor and the conveyor shut off. So you could do the same here. Let's set up a real quick little loop. That's fine. Doesn't matter how botched it looks. We're going to deconstruct that one and put a bridge in. And then we're going to pump water in like so. That way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have... that can go out there. Actually, we don't even need that. We're going to put a vent here. And what do we have? Crude oil, polluted water, and salt water. So we're going to put a element sensor on the input side, because it's coming around this way. And an automation wire. And then we're going to put this for crude oil. So it's shut unless crude oil passes through. And then we're going to let it go. Right? Yes, here we go. Interesting. So, because it can see 2 inputs, it's split. And we don't want that, so we're going to put a bridge going that way. Now what this will do is kick out all of the crude oil, essentially. Spat that out. That's fine. Spat that one out. Whilst it will keep circulating other liquids. Yeah? That makes sense? So that's how you can circulate liquids, and then you could do that with temperature, for example. So if you've got something that puts a lot of heat into the water, like a thermo aqua tuner or a metal refinery or something, you can detect what water or liquid is too hot or not hot enough and kick it out of the loop. I've done similar things with cooling and heating loops in the past, where if something wasn't quite the right temperature, it would kick it out of the loop to go send it to be warmed up or cooled down, something like that. Let's just snip this so it stops dripping water all over the place. And let's come over here now. So, if I connect power and plumbing. So, same as before, liquids will, when we let it catch up, they will go alternating. So this one's going to go up, across and then up, and then this one's going to go across, and then the next one's going to go up. So they alternate left and right, yeah? So that means that whatever's first in line will get half of the water, whatever's next only gets a quarter, and then this one at the end, or, if they get half as much each time. So if you need something that 100% always needs water, it needs to be earlier on in your line. That being said, this is rarely an issue, because typically you only have things like bathrooms or desalinators or something like that hooked up. But that's how water is sorted long term. Now, you'll notice this just keeps taking water because it has an enormous liquid buffer. I'm actually going to snip that now because that's demonstrated what I want it to. And we're going to let these desalinators now show us some things. Hopefully that can take the power. And in fact, I'm going to snip that off there for now, because this is now more about the output pipes. So, when you have, desalinators only output half a kilo at a time, but if we have output pipes, it will prioritize the pipe over the outlet. So this is fine because it's only half a thing at a time, but it lets it all out like so. Let's stop that for a second. However, and I'm going to put a liquid bridge here so I can just demonstrate and we can see what's going on. We'll let some water in. Alright. And give it a second to run. So this is going to want to output water. So, see, it won't combine the outputs there. It only lets through what was coming through, and now this one will let its water out. So let's connect this now. Destroy that. Whoops. Destroy that. And we're going to watch this work. So this has some salt and water in it. This one's going to get stuck full of water. It will very, very rarely let it out until, now see, it's gone inactive because there is water being forced through the pipe. It will not allow water to be outlet. That is why we build our bathrooms with this. We can't put them like this for efficiency's sake, or we can't risk the bathrooms getting clogged up. Same thing if you are desperate for water from your desalinators or your water things, the water sieves, all that sort of stuff. You must have them on their own pipes and then it can be outlet. Because when we are letting water in, let's destroy that one and just put a pipe here. When we are letting water in, it will alternate, same as going out. So see, it lets one in from this side and then up, and then the right hand side here and then the top. This will at least be the case until it's got the same liquid twice in a row, and then it can, you know, smush together. However, that is how it works. So it'll choose one, then the other, one, then the other. And let's actually take out an extra pipe so it can flow a little bit more evenly. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Now, is there anything else about pipes? I don't think so. Well, pipes can melt depending what you make them out of. See, this is of sandstone. It will melt if the liquid inside is above 926.9 degrees Celsius. Likewise, if something gets too cold in a pipe, it will freeze and damage the pipe, and then liquid will be everywhere. See, I don't know, episode 3, I was like, where's all this water coming from? It was freezing in the pipes. But I think that's it, and it works the same for gases. You can... Ooh, here's a good one. We've got liquid in these pipes. Now this works for when you're building it with duplicants, but if you've got liquid running through it and you replace them with... How do I move a duplicant? Okay, you know what? Let's spawn a duplicant. Hey little buddy, it's an ash can. And we want to turn sandbox mode off. Oh, wait, no, turn it back on for a second. And we need to brush copper. Very good. He can dig that up, and now we turn sandbox mode off. Alright, little buddy. Dig that up for me. Uh-oh. We don't have the pipes researched. That's a big problem. That's a really big problem. If I was able to ask him to... Maybe if I turn sandbox mode back on... Can I ask you to build that? Will you not build that? Why not? That's a bit rude, I think. If you ask them to change the type of pipe, it will not drop the liquid on the ground. But I do think that is the last of it. I am going to remove, sorry little buddy, all of that. Yeah, I think that's it. If you have any other questions, let me know. But aside from that, that was pipes and how they generally work. So yeah, thanks everyone. Take care. Bye.